Welcome to the Dude Network, where we chill and unwind. Food, sports, entertainment, the best of its kind. Grab your buddies, have a seat, let's have a good time. 4 nights a week, we'll make sure you feel just fine. Join us as we dive into the coolest trends. Dude Network, where the fun never ends. Dude Network, where the fun never ends. Hanging out with the dudes and dudettes, talking about the things we love, no regrets. Tune in, relax, and let the good vibes flow. The Dude Network, the place to go.
Oh, hey guys.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, that fast?
I was just getting my groove on.
What a jam. What a jam.
I ain't lying.
I got the show playing in the background. Sorry.
Numbers. Get them numbers up.
Welcome to another foodie show, ladies and gentlemen. Damon, how the hell are you?
Bro, I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm better than most, not as good as some. Not as good as some.
Yeah, sure.
You can always be better. I'm never going to put a cap on it, never going to put that lid.
Right.
But I like I messaged you guys today. I finally got off my ass and started curing my pancetta that I've been wanting to do.
I was gonna roll into that, and
were you? Well, okay.
Yes, I was, because that's very impressive, sir.
Dude, so I did those 2 cheeks. Shoot, that was. I mean, I literally have like 1/8 of a pound of that left, like a sliver.
Mm-hmm.
I did those 2 cheeks and made them into guanciale.
Okay.
Folks, if you don't know what we're talking about Italian cured meats. Guanciale, which is traditional to carbonara and the 4 Roman pastas, is made out of the jowl or the cheek of the pig. Pancetta, either tessa, which is flat, or I'm not going to try and pronounce that because I can't remember right now, and I will not offend my brothers and sisters. There's the rolled version of pancetta. So I made the flat version, the tessa, and I pulled out. So we got three flats of bacon curing, and then I got the 2 pancetta. So I mean, it's just we're curing belly all over the place. I mean,
you about to hang everything from the damn ceiling.
Well, the bacon, here's the difference, right? American bacon, like you cure for like a week,
all right,
10 days or so, and then you put some smoke on it or whatever you're gonna do, cold smoke it, whatever, and for a couple hours. And they say you have to get it up to 150 internal. There's been times I've never checked it, whatever. I don't know.
Right. I get you.
I've never been sick off anything I've ever cured or any of that kind of stuff. So whatever.
Right.
The difference with the Italian versions that I've been doing is where you, after the 7 days, which instead of going to smoke, you rinse off all the stuff that you cured it in, and then you put seasoning back on it. What the flavoring, the flavoring, seasoning, and then 48 hours, like on your table, room temperature, regular on your table, and then in the fridge for. This is the hardest part, 2 to 3 months. And I mean, I think the guanciale went 2.5 months, something like that. So I figured this will be about the same. And one of them's a little bit bigger, so it might go a little bit longer. But yeah, it's just, I know exactly where that pig came from. I know exactly what hands cut it up. I know exactly what seasonings went into that. I know the whole curing process. And when I then go put it into my pastas, I know from alive to that dish where that went.
Hey, that's what's important these days, man, for sure.
Because where did it go? Fatto a mano, made by my hands.
I was going to say, whatever that means.
Fatto a mano is like handmade, made by hand.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. So, hey, appreciate everybody coming in tonight. We got Eduardo over here. We got Adventures in. This guy still lingers around.
Oh, no.
I'm still watching that guy. He ain't said nothing out of the way yet.
He hasn't, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, Cindy. We
I
got
feel like
Cindy.
we've
We got
missed something
Cindy.
from him or something.
Yeah, he might want something. Who knows? But also appreciate everybody joining us for the first Sunday on the 216 network.
Ooh,
So hey, appreciate all y'all guys joining us from that
right.
network as well. Because if you don't know, we are now broadcasting every show on the 216 network as well. So hey, appreciate y'all guys, gals, everybody from the 216. Welcome to the Dude Network.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the Dude Network.
Yes.
And
Sorry about
again,
Friday and maybe Saturday, but we're gonna
it is what it is.
we're gonna smooth it all out for the weekend right here.
Right. This kind of we go like this. Whoop.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. And smooth out for the weekend.
Mm,
And
mm.
Eduardo, nope, not that one. Eduardo, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's a fat negative. That
No.
is
We will not have no head cheese, sir.
and that's both kinds.
Yeah.
That's both kinds. Great question. Great
I was gonna
question.
say I was about to pull that up next, but yeah,
I
go
know.
ahead.
Great question. So 216 is a area code out of Cleveland or Cleveland area, and good friends of the show. Illegal Ham to the Face, aka our buddy Jared Fatty.
Mm-hmm.
We had him on the shows,
Yep.
and they were like, "Hey, we love what you're doing. Let's get you on the network." So if
Yep.
you're local to the area, you really know what that's about. It's a big Cleveland sports and food network, and so it was just kind of a natural fit. They invited. We were like, "Why not?"
So I mean, it's just all just a branch out because I mean we still
Networking, baby.
yep,
Right.
100%. Because yes, I mean we still have our Dude Network stuff. We still broadcast on our Dude Network channels and our personal channels, but that 216 is just an extra extension, courtesy of Fatty's Network.
Right. And don't forget about the website. If
Yep.
you ever get lost, you don't think you can find the feed on YouTube, it is always there. And we got merch. I'm
Yep.
never going to stop talking about it. We got merch.
Look at that shirt right
We
there.
got merch.
What?
I'm nowhere near as the hotter model you guys saw. Definitely on Instagram. Definitely not. But, it still looks good on me. That's the TDN Outdoors logo, courtesy of our boy Unky over there.
Shout out.
All that kind of stuff. Again, speaking of Unky, congrats to everybody who won or cleaned house on Friday night in our huge giveaway we did for the month
absolutely,
of July. It is August, but that was the month of July giveaway. You were able to get this time 8 free entries by watching Friday and Sunday show. Hopefully you're watching all 4 because you never know we're going to sneak something in.
Shit, I don't know.
Again, we're not doing it all the time anymore, but stay tuned because you never know when the next one's coming.
You're right.
We got the holiday season coming up. You never know what the Dude Network's up to. Oh yeah.
You in that spirit.
I am in that spirit, right?
You in
Yeah.
that music spirit. Hey, I ain't mad at you, bro. I'm liking it. Hey.
Well,
I was gonna say, hey, chat group, people that join us every week. Y'all like the new intro? What do y'all think about that new intro?
oh, that is a good question.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
Because I mean, they're here with us every week. So I mean, hey,
Right.
do y'all like that intro as well? Because we're digging it.
It's getting us pumped up. Not saying that's the permanent.
No.
Nothing's ever permanent here. This is
Nope.
a fluid, exciting environment. Hey,
But the thing is, it's something to build off of for sure. See, that's what I'm talking about. Appreciate that.
Talking about. Thank you, adventures.
Absolutely appreciate that.
That might also be true, Eduardo. That might also be true, but you never know.
Yeah, we are.
We can't. We can neither confirm nor deny.
Yep. Not as of right now, sir.
Should we do we want to talk about next week now or later in the show? What do you think?
Let's just bust it off now. Let's
Okay.
just go ahead and talk about it now.
So next week, folks, last week we
It's
had on
exciting. It's
Chef,
exciting.
Chef Ben Britson and if you listen to last night's show, there was a lot of stuff leaked. Even Johnsy messed up even.
Yes, you did.
Johnsy messed up even. So if you stayed till the end,
You
you
pulled a
know
Tony.
what this is about. Chef Ben is coming back to another foodie show, back to the Dude Network, and we are going to continue where we left off, talking about Michelin star food, Michelin cooking, super fancy fine dining, and kind of what that's all about. Got it.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, it was to the point that we was right there on the cusp of it, and it was like we're out of time. I mean, yeah, we
Right.
could have went another hour or so, but to keep everything copacetic, we was right there on the cusp of being on time, for a weekly show. So
And we've hinted at this Michelin star stuff before.
yes.
On an old show we used to have
Old
with
show.
our buddy Rev, we talked
Yep.
about it. I think we kind of hinted at it a couple times on this show.
Yeah, we did.
But we're gonna get
Deep.
right.
You
First
think
hand.
about it. You think about it. He done laid the groundwork of tapas. So I mean, we don't even have to worry about tapas no more. Now we go to another layers of entertainment, people.
What was that?
Layers of entertainment. But we go to another layer of the whole, restaurant industry for the Michelin stars.
Right. And I don't want to give too much away.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But there's been some conversations where
he did make mention of it. He did make mention of it when he was here.
A series could be happening with a professional chef where literally anything you wanted to know can and will be covered.
Boom.
That's the conversation that was taking place. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, Ben.
Appreciate you,
Love you,
bro,
buddy.
for sure.
But I'm not making anything up that wasn't mentioned by said person. So
Yep.
Again, layers of entertainment, folks. We're here to continue to bring you the best. So
what?
There was this one meme back in the day where this guy said to his girlfriend, "Hold on to your tets," and that's all I'm going to say to you is, hold on.
Oh, because I was going to say,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I'm with you.
Just hold on to them.
Because I was going to say, I mean, what other foodie show is bringing you this entertainment? Tell your friends about it.
We'll wait.
Tell your friends about it. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Unnecessary roughness. Hold on. I look. There's a reason to there's times to get aggressive, and there's times to hold back. And not that I was getting aggressive. I'm just very matter of fact. Just hold the on.
Yep. Well,
you know what? We love that you love it.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would we talk about this stuff if it was just me and Damon? Absolutely.
Yes.
It's what we talk about anyway.
But to have everybody else along with us, that's
right.
what it's about.
Right. And what's okay, Damon and I make this connection with the chef. Yeah, okay, that's cool. We get all these secrets. But what's the fun in that if we can't help? Look, Roll
Share it to your
Tribe. We
guys.
say it over and over again on the sports stuff. Roll Tribe. You guys are our tribe. This is our tribe. This is our community. We decide what goes down, and
Mhm.
we decided to level it up.
Yep. Yep.
And again, if there's something you don't like, if there's something you would rather see, if we are not meeting expectations here, I mean, Damon, it could be true, but hit us up here. The Dude Network hotline, send us a text message at 740 673 0251, and it'll land on the operations desk. And if it is important enough or big enough concern, look, if it's just some crap, we love you and we appreciate the engagement, obviously. But seriously, if it's something that you want to see, you want something covered, we're all foodies here. We all met
Yep.
under this foodie umbrella.
That's right.
Let us know. Seriously.
Right there.
Dead
Right there.
ass serious. Dead serious. Let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're here for it. We are freaking here for
That's what we
it.
signed up for. So anyway, besides your preserving of your meats,
Right.
did you do anything? Did you cook anything good this weekend?
I did absolutely not.
Really?
I didn't. I haven't cooked anything yet. Wait, did I? Oh, nope. The last thing I cooked was that MST. Shout out MST.
Mm-hmm.
Pasta salad using their creamy garlic parm.
Can't beat it.
I could have. I had the time yesterday, but I chose to just sit and do literally nothing.
I wish I could say the same thing, but
And I felt guilty. So did my wife. But
okay.
you know what? Every once in a while, you just need to. You just need to. It is what it is. Today, I wasn't even sure I was gonna even get into the pancetta. I wasn't sure. I defrosted a butt, so 2 bone-in chicken breasts, a package of chicken thighs, and those 2 bellies. And I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, and I made the pancetta, and
that
called it
that
in.
answers Eduardo's question right there.
So yes, I do. Well, now hold on. To be
Oh.
100% accurate, what I'm doing is curing, not
Mm.
aging.
Mm.
I have not. So straight up, I have not dry aged anything unless you count. I've done a brisket and a chuck roast, salt brine, dry brine for shit. That chuck roast, what was that like?
Oh shoot, buddy. Had me jump too.
That chuck roast is probably 5-6 days. No. Sorry, 4 days, and the brisket was probably 6-7 days. Is that dry aging? I guess if you want to call it that, but I dry brined it until I could cook it. That's how I put that.
There you go.
I have wet aged, which is no salt in a package, and so I wet aged some plate ribs 45 days, 46, 47, 45 to 47, somewhere right there.
Yeah.
And was it on purpose? No. Let's be real. I took them out. I put them from the freezer into the
to the
fridge.
fridge. Yeah.
So I know I had like a week before they were even defrosted, right?
Right.
Or more.
Yeah.
And then I checked them like, cool, they're defrosted. I'll get to them. Oh, I need to get to those beef ribs. Oh, shit.
Oh yeah. They about to go bad.
So I'm like, well, you know what? I know my brother. My brother-in-law and his family owned a meat industry or was part of the meat industry for a long time. Like I know a little bit more about meat than the layman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I knew I was okay, but I
Right.
knew this isn't just like a chuck roast. These are dino ribs from Frickson. So yeah,
Ooh.
don't don't it up.
Ooh, the good beef.
So I open them, and my
Okay.
nose said, "Turn away, leave the room now." And halfway out of the room, I go, "Hold on, now look at me,
I'm looking.
funkalicious, bro."
No.
Funky smelling, but not bad. Like
Really?
there's a difference. You're trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what anybody tells you, FDA. I literally do not give a flying frick. Your nose will tell you if it's bad. Your body will say,
Uh-uh.
escape this area. It's not about
Yep.
like, oh, that doesn't smell good. No, it's leave now because there's toxins.
Yeah.
It's in it's like ingrained in our DNA. Uh
Yeah. No, you're exactly right because I bought some spare ribs one time from an undisclosed place,
of course,
and
of course. I'm
when
not here
I
to bury
opened them,
anybody
yeah, no, absolutely
like
not.
that.
And when I
Like that.
opened them, I was like, "Ooh!" It took my breath. I was like, "Oh heck to the no!" I was like, "There's no way I can cook these."
So
And I started to carry them back to the store, and I was like, "It's too much of a hassle. We're gonna chunk this money and just keep it pushing." But yeah, they were very, very taint, man.
so beef and pork are definitely different on that end.
Okay,
I would never wet age pork
I got you.
for as
I
long
guess
as I
that
let
I don't.
those. I'm telling you right now, if I buy another thing of plate ribs, I won't let them go that long in the fridge ever again. Don't get me wrong. So, and do you know what the difference between dry aging and wet aging does?
No, explain it.
So, dry aging, you lose meat, right? Because you get that pellicle, but it
Hmm.
changes the flavor. Like it enhances or does whatever to the flavor that it does, right? It gives it that
Okay.
funk. Wet aging does, I don't care what you say, nothing to the flavor. Zippo, nothing. Wet aging, all it does is tenderize them more. Now,
Hmm.
if you're cooking beef ribs properly, you don't need any help in that department.
Mm-mm.
You should.
Nope.
So it was really just kind of like I kept forgetting about the beef ribs, so I'm going to say I wet aged them kind of deal. Like, look, I'm
Right.
not here to tell any false truth, but
Yeah. Yeah.
was it cool? Absolutely. Were they tenderish? Absolutely. They were incredible beef ribs. But all the other ones that I cooked before that were about the same, and I never did that. Where it really works is like when you have a whole strip loin or a
Hmm.
whole rib roast, and,
Okay.
and you leave them in their cryovac, just in the bottom of your fridge. Forget about them
Hmm.
for like 40, 45, maybe 50 days. I'm not sure. Grant, dude, look, I'm not a scientist, guys, right? I
Right.
learn as I go. But that will like literally guarantee, hey, and anybody fact check me, please. Call me out. Like we'll talk about this. I'm not afraid.
Hmm.
But it will then very much tenderize that meat because in a sense it started breaking down. It started moving towards the rotting process, the breaking down process, but so slow because it's in a 37 to 40 something degree temperature that it's so slow, nothing's gone bad yet and no bacteria can grow. So it just starts to break down the fibers of the meat, which again, what does that mean? Tenderness.
Hmm.
I mean, I said I was talking about them fact checking me, not you. I know I'm correct.
Oh no, you good?
Oh, okay.
Cause no, you was dead on. You was dead on point. Cause it says that you can actually wet age it from 30 to 60 days on beef, as long as the loin is airtight sealed. Mold and rot will not set in. So
Yeah, Jonja just makes these crazy wild guesses all the time, and it's wild in here.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe I know
like
what I'm
it
talking
almost
about.
is. It's almost like you know what you're talking about.
Hey, speaking of knowing what we're talking about, uh, Damon and I have. There was some shows. I mean, way, way, way back where we
Hmm.
talked about some stuff and triggered like, hey, we really need to do. We really need to do some like food history, which we've tapped into, of course.
Team bit.
We did the ancient recipe books and stuff like that. We have definitely talked to more than once or twice or several times about, where food originates from or
Hmm.
this style, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And tapas was a part of that, man. That's an original from that area. We
Yep.
like that kind of stuff. But there are also some heated debates about where food comes from, especially certain types of food.
Okay.
Uh, and I'm not afraid to say it, barbecue. Well, what is barbecue?
What
Barbecue
is?
is essentially cooking meat over heat, over fire. And am I
Hmm.
wrong?
No, you're right. Because
Right. Chat, let
because
me
I
know if
was saying,
I'm wrong.
it just depends. And to me, I found out that barbecue, what people classify it as, is whatever region you're from too. Because people say, "Hey, we're gonna have a barbecue," and they cook hamburgers and hot dogs. You know, down here in the South, if we say we're gonna barbecue, we got some pork ribs or some pulled pork or something like that.
Right.
That's our barbecue. Not, well, if we're grilling out, yeah, we're gonna have hot dogs and hamburgers.
Right. If we're just doing a backyard grill real quick,
Yep,
same over here. But
that's
if
right.
we're barbecuing,
Hmm.
there's at least tri tips or
Yeah,
something
for
with a
sure.
little bit longer time period where it's barbecuing, right?
Whatever is actually regional to you, for sure.
Right. And then, so where did that come from? Well, there's been a lot of debate about that,
Hmm.
back in the beginning of our country when certain people were enslaved and blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
And then we find it farther back than that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it goes way farther back than that. Like I have stated several times on this show, barbecue is essentially the moment where humanoids discovered fire and putting food with that.
That's right.
Now, if I fire up my Weber and I put my skillet on with some potatoes in it, right? Yeah, we're going there. We're full steam ahead, baby. Now, did I skillet cook those potatoes or did I barbecue those potatoes in a
Hmm.
cast iron? What
Hmm.
do you say? You say I barbecued these in a cast iron, right?
Right. Yeah.
Why? Why is that? It's the
Because
exact same thing I would do in the kitchen.
yep. But
It's
it
the
was
exact same thing I would do in my oven.
hmm
What's the difference, Damon?
heat source. Your heat
Because
source.
you barbecue is with fire,
Hmm.
charcoal, wood, whatever.
Hmm. But at the same time, I mean, yes, you're right. But if you break it back down again to, your ovens versus your pellet grills, a BTU is a BTU when it breaks
And
it down like that. But
this
when you
is
talk about
right.
fire, as in wood, coal, fire, that's totally different than a
but
BTU.
but it's not because what's cooking your meat, the BTUs from that
Well,
fire.
that's just true. But
So it all comes down to you are making heat and cooking food.
No, you're right.
Whether it was some acorn paste we did years back before we started hunting, or whether it was meat, or whether it was the spare ribs you cooked this weekend, it's the exact same process with the exact same thing. And with that being said,
Bring them out. Bring them out.
I got to figure out how to do it. Oh, wait, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that's not
Nope.
it. Oh, shoot. Nope, get that out of here. Whoop!
What are you doing up there, Ben?
That's it. Sorry.
Ben, come on, Ben.
I got to grab the other thing.
Grab those file.
That was from last week.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Do I have it?
Acorn paste?
Yeah, like the Native Americans used to do.
Okay. No, hey.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, but she was asking too.
So like all the stone, like whenever they show you like the big flat stones where they had like grinding little holes in them, they use other rocks in. That is, they used to grind up acorns and stuff in there and make it into this paste and somehow cook it to where it wasn't toxic to humans, because I definitely would not eat acorns if I were you.
Oh, my bad.
Look, I don't know the whole process. It is what it is. I wish I knew all that, but I don't. So, but yeah.
I mean, hey, it worked for him back in the day. So,
well, so if you go up and you start looking the beginning of when people started cooking food, like after we discovered fire, because no, we didn't invent it, and we were learning. We like whenever that first was like, hey, maybe this would be good warm. I don't know how it all went down. I wasn't there, and no one was fucking there. So don't tell me you know.
Yeah.
It was like herbs and different stuff like that. Look, see, my man, mesquite seeds. Yeah. Oh wait, I've ate both in a substitution for 10-4. See, there you go. Those were like the first things cooked, and then we just so here we go. There we came, and then we get to meat, right? So when our ancestors began to eat meat more than, I know this is going to upset some people, 2 million years ago.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
When our ancestors began to eat meat 2 million years ago,
more
than 2 million years ago, the extra calories meat provided and the reduction in energy needed for its digestion have allowed their brains to become bigger, more energy hungry as the gut became smaller. However, meat was rare, blah, 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 blah. So we still relied heavily on plants and wild grains. That's way the F back then, right? So let's fast forward to a little bit when we learned to cook. Our ancestors developed cooking before Homo sapiens evolved 200,000 years ago. And there are statements saying we crawled out of the Rift Valley in Africa 200,000 years ago. Well, clearly not so. Cooking made food easier to digest, meaning they could extract more calories from it and didn't have to spend so much time and energy chewing and processing it. In addition to broadening their diets, cooking may have allowed their jaw muscles and guts to become smaller and their brains to expand further. Very, very interesting. And I'm sorry, but that looks like a pig roast right there.
Yeah, it really does.
So,
how many years ago? 200,000.
No, before Homo sapiens evolved more than 200,000 years ago. So, long ago, we learned to barbecue meat. Long ago.
That's right.
Again, I hate to offend anybody or burst anybody's bubbles, but it, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. So, our diet history, humans or diets have changed dramatically during human evolution, often causing our bodies to change in response. Hey, I mean that's evident today when you just think about like if you whether you eat healthy or you eat terrible, you can have very drastic body shapes and types. So here we go. Cooking may have originated 300,000 years or 1.8 million years ago, depending on how experts interpret archaeological and genetic evidence. Despite this, scientists are building a picture of how our dietary history has affected us. And this is what we are getting at, folks. We are going to take a journey through this book. And if you would like to know, it's called How Food Works. Um, what's the exact title? Hold on, let me turn over to this real quick. How Food Works. The facts visually explained. You can download a PDF or purchase it. I found it at a store for like $5 and it just piqued my interest. So this will be a regular segment here on the Dude Network on another foodie show where we just kind of go through this book talking about how food works, man. This is another foodie show. We have over and over again talked about we have I don't even want to say barely scratched the surface because we haven't even done that. Like we stumbled upon the surface of something and started talking about it. And now we're maybe doing our first two scratches. So this is an endless category where we all are excited to be. We all kind of came together through food, even us guys on the Dude Network.
Yep.
And so it's just exciting to kind of take this journey. So where are you at with this right now, Damon? How you feel about all this?
Hey, I'm ready.
This
I'm
change
ready.
any beliefs? Did you?
A lot of people said some things, but this is going to be the telltale of it for sure.
Right.
If actually, how everything started out, how food become, relevant for us.
Right. And like the diet, I'm obsessed with the diet thing because for let's see, we started using fridges in the 40s or 30 or 40s.
I would say about that time,
Somewhere
right?
right like the 50s, they were available in households. Like you could get them in your house like regularly. Stoves probably a little bit before that because before that it was all cast iron, fire inside using pan, but it was all with wood and fire.
1913 was the first refrigerator
in a house.
In a house, yeah.
Okay, well, still,
yeah, long time, yeah.
How long were we not using fridges and eating food?
A long time.
When did we start using preservatives?
Good question.
After the fridge, I bet you money.
True.
So, how long have we been going? That's what Damon and I want to get into. Curing, smoking, fermenting, storing, how food breaks down into your system, all this kind of stuff. It all starts here at the very beginning. That's what this adventure is all about,
For sure.
The more we can dive into food, the better. What are you after, dude?
No, go ahead. You good.
So dietary milestones, our anatomy and physiology have evolved as our diet has changed over many thousands of years. Some of these pivotal events, such as meat eating or cooking, happened so long ago that our bodies have already evolved accordingly. I'm going to read that again. Some of these pivotal events, such as meat eating or cooking, happened so long ago that our bodies have already evolved accordingly. Whether we are suited to more recent changes is still to be seen. What has become clear is that some aspects of the modern diet, with its abundance of energy-dense foods, can be very Oh boy, here we go. Are we ready? Detrimental to our health. Looking back in time may help us to eat more healthy today.
True.
Damon, what are we always saying here?
Mm, that's yeah, exactly what you just said.
Right. So we'll hit the timeline. You can take a peek at that real quick. Why are many Asian people intolerant to milk? Huh.
Hmm.
Let's go
Yeah,
into this.
yeah. That's it.
Intolerance to lactose in milk is more prevalent in Asian people in people from Asia because domestic cattle were introduced there much more recently than other parts of the world. Now, why is that? Is that because I have said we probably shouldn't be drinking other
That's
animals' milk?
that's what I was gonna say. I mean,
Oh man,
it's been stated several times. You know,
shame
everywhere,
on me. Shame on me.
everywhere. Just not you, but everywhere. You know, we're not made to drink that.
Is
It's
this the
not,
next one? Yeah. Okay. Right. And you know, the
well,
other side of that is I know several people who milk that they buy from the store, yogurt and stuff they buy from the store, it's like they're lactose intolerant. Yet they
right.
can go out, milk a cow, drink that, never have an issue.
But that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Does it come down to it that you can drink it straight, like a better terms, straight from the tap versus
Right.
being processed being sold in the store?
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
you got to get pasteurized milk. Well, do we?
Right.
Because, you know,
There, yeah, right there. Boom. Raw milk.
oh, I just saw the private chat. I forgot
Yeah,
about that. That
I
is
got.
definitely happening tonight. Yep.
That's right. Yep.
Uh, all right. So moving on. Next page.
Come down.
So then we move forward in the timeline to domesticated cattle. We start cultivating the Great Columbian. Oh wait, that's way ahead. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, I was gonna say way over there.
So let's right here. Cultivation came next, right? When we stop moving. Now there is a fun thing behind this
Mm-hmm.
called How Beer Saved the World,
Okay.
where because of cultivation and stuff, where we would pick up grains while we were hunting and gathering, and they would get wet. And with natural wild yeast, which this has been proven by a modern brewery today on the
Mm-hmm.
East Coast, facts it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that we started discovering the fermenting of the fruits and the grains and stuff, and we're like, wow, this is interesting. Which we would stop and slow down. Granted, yes, that seems a little far fetched even to me, um, but it's just interesting. It's just interesting. So we learn to cultivate and bring about agriculture, right? Agriculture comes into the mix. And the cultivation of grain allowed humans to settle, stop moving. This made having more children easier and quickly out competed hunter gatherers in most areas. If you had a sustainable food source where you didn't have to, your food was right there. You just woke
That's
up,
right.
go pick
Yeah.
it, whether trying to find it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. However, their limited diets and tightly packed populations meant they had poorer health than hunter gatherers. Let me
Mm.
read that one more time, folks. However, their limited diets and tightly packed populations meant they had poorer health than hunter gatherers. Something to be said there. Something to be said there.
Mm-hmm.
So then we
Mm-hmm.
move forward. About the same time, potato cultivation and cattle domesticated. Then we start sugarcane, chickens, cheese starts coming, and alcohol. I don't agree with this right here. I think that happens way sooner than that, but that's okay. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. Maize cultivated, leavened bread, which is non-rising, no yeast, invented in Egypt. I don't know about that. They've been making that in the Middle East for a long time, but again, you know, that's what's fun. We don't know.
Yeah.
Chocolate drunk in Central America. shout out. We keep moving forward. Pizza, first used in Italy. And that may be true, but pizza was actually invented in China, folks, before it was ever
We've
uh,
we've, we've
allegedly in China.
yep,
We've covered this before,
we've covered that. I was gonna say that covered it. We've covered it before for sure.
but when where we get pizza from came from when the Queen of Italy did a tour through Italy, and the artisans were told to make a flatbread specific to your region that she would like, and it was Queen Marguerite. That's why we have the margarita pizza.
Yeah. Sprinkle that knowledge, sir. Sprinkle that knowledge. Jeez.
So then we come up to the Great Columbian Exchange. When Europeans first met the native peoples of the Americas in the 15th and 16th century, allegedly, there began an unprecedented exchange of foods that one or the other population had never seen before. And we know this from the spice trades in India and all, I mean, we talk about Spain, we talked about tapas. Some of that was influenced from different people who were, ruling over the area at the time. Rome, a lot of Italian influence spread all throughout most of the world back then. The Spaniards were kings for a long time. They spread a lot of that stuff. England was king forever. That's where we get IPAs from, folks. If you don't know, the reason it's called an India Pale Ale is because England used to own India, and they used to send ale over there, and it would go bad on the trip, on the boat trip. And so they kept adding more hops until it was good enough to make it. And thus we have the India Pale Ale. And now we have the West Coast version because, of course, over here on the West Coast, we need more of that. Yeah.
I was going to say, everybody wants to have their own version of IPAs now.
Right. So, again, this is what this is talking about here.
Yep.
Europe, Asia, all the way to the Americas, all over the place. Keep moving forward. Chocolate introduced to Europe. Home refrigerators appeared in the. Oh, wow. This says 1911.
Yeah,
okay.
This is 1911. Yeah. Hey, about the same time. I said 1913.
Right.
Yeah.
So then the sweet tooth. For our ancestors, sweet food was a rare delicacy. Honey and ripe fruits were a great source of energy, but were scarce or seasonal. We know this. Bees are seasonal, fruit seasonal.
Yep.
And you should be eating to the seasons for the freshest and best stuff for your health. We talked about that with Ben last week. I'm sure we'll keep getting into that more. Today, we are surrounded by accessible sweet food all the time. And our liking for it has contributed to an epidemic of obesity and related diseases. Now, folks, no, I am not a doctor. No, I'm not a food scientist. No, blah, 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 blah. I'm not, I'm just some dude on an internet show on the Dude Network who likes to talk a lot, right?
Yep.
We even got commercials about how much Jonesy likes to talk.
Absolutely.
But it is literally a proven fact. Carbs and sugar and all that stuff create swelling and problems in your body.
Okay.
Poor gut health equals problems in your body. Okay. You can literally link sugar and food toxins to literally almost all of our problems. Don't believe me? Do your research, folks. Look, please fact check me. I wish.
Okay.
I would love if someone came back on the next week and was like, Johnsy's full of shit.
Yeah,
Last week
you're
he said
wrong.
all of this. He was dead ass wrong, because it would mean I finally stumbled upon something that wasn't true. But the more fresh you can eat, the more natural you can eat. Refined carbs are awful, right? Look, we lasted for thousands and thousands and thousands of years with no disease, no nothing, no this, no that. And we had no refrigerators, we had no processing plants, we had no preservatives other than salt and smoke.
Mm. Yep.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in a few minutes after the commercial break.
Commercial break.
You don't. Woo! Yeah.
Who's all going?
Well, no, just in general.
Well, you said there'll be 5 of the dudes.
Oh shit, 4 of us. My bad.
Okay, I was tripping, dude. I was like, what did I miss?
4 of the original 5.
He went to school in Ohio, man. Come on, easy.
Yeah. Hey, listen here, Biola Battery.
Grubs, I freaking
You
love
guys
dude.
stop counting when you
I
stop
love you,
seeing
brother.
gators. You never count more than 12. Never saw more than 12 gators in a hole.
Drinking. Yeah, a lot of drinking.
It's because Damon didn't. It's because Damon didn't talk enough. He's like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Damon got
Yeah.
it.
Honestly, I feel bad for Damon. He's just been down there producing everything, and he gets like 3 words in, and then it's like done. Like I feel like I've taken over the show, and I'm sorry.
No.
Damon, John.
No.
Sorry.
One part of his intro, he never gets. He's a silent assassin.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad for him.
No,
Except
we're
for
good.
I love that Fatty was just saying, like, man, Damon don't get to talk about anything. Like, poor Damon. And Johnson's like, yeah, Damon's like really good, and like he just speaks for Damon. Yeah, that answered for Damon.
I can't even speak for myself.
He was like addressing Damon, and Johnson's like, no,
You're
I
right.
got this.
All right,
Yeah.
before I get off here, I got to ask Damon one question.
Please do, Johnsy, he's got it.
John's answering for me.
Johnsy, you got to stay out of this. Now the Carolinas,
Yeah.
have that mustard style.
Oh, let me tell you something. No, I'm just kidding.
Now, are you a fan of that mustard style?
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh,
Hold
I
on.
won't.
Hold-
I
no,
won't even. I don't need to answer this.
Hold
Nah,
on.
come on, Damon. Don't
Hold
let
on.
Johnsy. Oh, come on,
Damon,
Nope,
I need you to
Come
answer,
on.
bud.
I don't need to answer this
Yeah, you do.
because I got 2 co-signers right there to say it's the best
Yeah.
mustard sauce that's ever out.
He makes his own mustard sauce called Carolina. Oh,
And so if I show up at your house, would you rather me say, no, I'm sorry, I don't eat beans or potato salad or whatever? Or would you rather me like feel all the pressure, try a bite, and then gag on your food?
I want you to gag.
I want you to gag too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys are sick, perverted motherfuckers.
Hey, Fatty brought the Coke and blow. It's his fault. I'm all riled up.
Yeah,
I
now
want
of
the
course he
tears and
wants.
everything.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, I should have known he wanted me to. Damon, I am shocked at you, sir. Damon's all. I want you to gag.
Hey, I mean,
I mean,
yeah, I mean, but it's so great, man. We get to enjoy that whole thing all weekend long.
I know.
Yeah,
So since we started doing that,
yeah,
I love it.
yeah. I was say it's
It's
so
the same
great.
commercial, all shows. It's
Yep.
perfect. So every time it's either a dig at the guy or we get to laugh. Like last weekend, it was Tony we hammered on, and you and I just got.
That's right. Yeah, we and and I keep saying but he give us some more. He give us some more over the weekend.
Some more.
If you've been watching the Fridays and Saturdays, Tony give us some more nuggets.
Right,
So
right. I did clip a bunch of the stuff today.
did you?
The easy let AI
Yeah.
do it for
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
So we'll see what it all came out with, and then it still won't do for whatever reason, dude. I have closed out my browser and done all restarted it and all this stuff, and the Friday night show with Roach, it just every time I pull it up, it just has the circle and it says generating. It won't give me a percentage time, and I'm like, well, I'll do it myself, man. I was
Yeah.
hoping for a couple gems for free.
Well, I mean, I got
You have times?
I've got like 3 times wrote down here, and I don't know which. Yeah, it had to be from Friday night.
Well, I
And if
hit
you
B
mi-
a bunch too.
and if you
But
miss Friday,
there was that whole time I was just like,
yeah, because I was gonna say if you miss Friday night, you need to go back and watch it.
we
You
had
know,
a shout
because
out. We had our buddy Redneck
yep,
Roach on. Redneck Roach Fire Starters.
yep.
He makes the bar tops. Really cool guy.
Because after the giveaway, it was game on.
Roach has an interesting way of ending up in situations that you or I would never end up in
True, very true.
on accident.
100% accident.
Like if you or I, and I don't mean me or Damon, I mean any of us here tonight, ended up at one of these places, it would be on purpose. Roach just he's there all of a sudden, and it's all out in the open.
That's what I was gonna say. Don't get into it because I mean
No.
If you're wondering what the heck we're talking about from Sunday to you always go back to Friday and watch Friday's show.
No, you have to. I'm not giving
Yeah.
you any more than that.
Nah.
Look, it was literally, put it this way, John Z had the least amount to say out of any show ever since he showed up here on the Dude Network. Ever.
I will
Because
say
I was just like this.
yeah, I think me and you both was the same way because
Right.
But the thing is Tony had a lot of like answers to the questions.
Well, yeah, Tony filled in a lot of blanks that was interesting and
He did.
a little suspect. Suspect.
Hey, well, again, if you're wondering, go back and check it out because
Right.
you don't want to miss it.
So I apologize. I did forget to talk about this. It says right here.
Yeah. There you
Talks
go.
about cultivation. Humans have traded food for thousands of years, but
Mhm.
until fairly recently, only long life products could be transported over extended distances. Again, let me read that one more time. Humans have traded food for thousands of years, but until fairly recently, only long life products could be transported over extended distances.
Mhm.
The development of refrigeration and freezing, along with faster shipping and preservatives, may have meant that if you could afford them, foods from all over the globe can be on your table. And that is
Mhm.
true and not true. That is true and not true because it depends on. That's all we're going to do on that book tonight. We will pick that up another time, but we will round this out here for sure.
No, like I said, I like that, man, because I
You got-
think it's gonna like it's all gonna come full circle once we start digging and digging and digging, through that book. What is that, Johnsy? What you got there?
Hey, so there's this guy. No, he's from. Where's that guy from again? I think he's from South Carolina.
Maybe.
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
out of the 843, I believe.
Okay.
He's always saying layers and layers and layers of entertainment.
Facts. We're bringing it
And
to you.
there's still more stuff pulled up at the bottom. Damon just jumped down, but I'll let him get into that. So remember, folks, we have been eating since inception. We can't survive without food and water, right?
Right.
And through long lines of DNA and generational history, we have learned what's good for us and what is not. And then we got bamboozled. What did they say? Rather recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying refrigeration and freezing is bad. Absolutely not. But this whole preservative thing, we survived for, dare I say, hundreds of thousands of years on salt and smoke.
True.
So, if you, and what do diets do? What do diets do? They tell you what you should and should not eat, right? They don't
Mm-hmm.
tell you, oh, change your mentality, meditate, get your inner being good to fix your depression or all this stupid, all the not stupid. I did not mean to go there, but all this other stuff, right? Which there's like, oh, that has nothing to do with your diet that people say, right? But like
Mm-hmm.
literally, like if your back is out of alignment, that will affect every part of your being. If your feet aren't
True.
doing well, that will affect every part of your being.
True.
If your gut health is not right, it'll affect you. Even have a skin biome,
True.
which is why I never use hand sanitizer because it says it kills 99.9% of germs, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
do you guarantee me the good germs are staying on my hands to protect my skin? No, you don't. You says it kills almost 100% of everything.
All up. You wipe clean, bro.
I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't look. You don't have to believe me about what's going into your food. You can go, dude. Go onto YouTube. Go onto TikTok, Instagram, wherever you want. And I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Come from the health provider.
I didn't say anything. I can't believe that would be true.
No. No, they didn't put that out to us.
Oh, I forgot where I was going. Dang it.
There's no telling.
We were talking about food and oh, go on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and follow guys who run microscopes, and it will literally your world up.
Mm.
Go see what's on them Cheetos. Go see what's on in them sodas. Go see what's on them cans. Not even that's in the soda. That's on the cans that you put your lips to. Go check out what's in them Oreos. Go check out what's crawling all over them dry ramen noodles that are perfect to just throw in real quick and make an easy meal. Look, I'm not.
You just a messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
Maybe it's a scam. I don't know.
Nah,
Maybe it's a scam. But I do know this. I know someone personally, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus. He was a truck driver, and he had his hazmat, right? So all of his hazmat certs, but he never wanted to do hazmat. I mean, it's a whole nother because no matter what it is, if there's some sort of accident and something spills, it's a serious ordeal. It's like you think it's insane. It's just absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, no.
And there's a chance you die. I mean,
well, that's because back in the day I was a volunteer firefighter. We had hazmat stuff, and it was a running joke that just held a safe distance from a hazmat scene was you held your thumb up, and if you couldn't see the scene behind your thumb,
you didn't go anywhere near it.
You didn't go anywhere near it.
And you probably shouldn't have been where you were standing.
Exactly.
Right.
So, I mean, that was of course, now we handled every situation accordingly,
of course,
for the safety of every, the public, us, the people, in danger and everything. But, that was just a running joke that we always had. So,
he was back. He lives over here. He was back east, and they said, "Hey, we know you don't want to do hazmat, but can you just go to the plant and take the trailer from the plant just to the yard, and someone else will drive it?" It's like, it was like 20 something miles. Freaking 15, 20-minute trip, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Just from the Pepsi plant to the yard, drop it off. Yeah, no problem, because he was there for another half day or something after drop off, right at the yard.
Right.
And he had to have like 3 or 4 hazmat placards. Like, I think it was caustic, poisonous, environmental, or no, corrosive. Sorry, caustic, corrosive, explosive, and environmental hazard. Like if it gets out, it's polluted. It's 100% pollution. And he pulled my buddy pulls up to the gate, and there's a lot of bill of ladings, paperwork passed back and forth, especially for hazmat and blah blah blah. And he just asked. He's like, what the hell am I carrying? Is this like cleaner to clean the tanks? And casual as fuck, excuse my language, like it was no big fucking deal. No, that goes into the product.
Mm-hmm.
And the driver's like, excuse me? Oh, it's just a little bit.
Mm-mm.
Caustic, toxic, explosive, and corrosive automatic pollutant. Just a little bit's going in. Don't worry about it.
It's all good.
Hey, hope you're enjoying that fucking root beer Pepsi Coke. And look, don't get me wrong. I've known this for.
But see, they've always
years.
said though, the darker the jar, the better off you are, though, because nothing can penetrate through that darker glass.
Well, that's fine as long as they get all the toxins in the glass first.
Right, that's what I'm getting at, though. Yeah, so it's kind of a tit for tat kind of a deal. You got to damn purify it before you put it in, before you can claim.
Like there's a lot of stuff I do for my gut health. I ferment garlic and honey.
Okay.
I ferment jalapenos in honey, and I take spoonfuls of it.
Mm-hmm.
The lacto fermentation of that it creates probiotics up the wazoo. Plus, we all know honey's good for us. Granted, yes, that will convert into sugar in your body, so you can't just be guzzling honey down. And I'm just eating honey. It's still gonna fuck you up, okay?
Right.
And this is gonna be crazy, but I also take food grade diatomaceous earth to kill parasites in my gut.
Okay.
I am obsessed with killing parasites in my gut. We also have a really expensive water filter that ionizes the water, so because your blood is supposed to be more ionized than it is.
Okay.
Like it's all about it's about a pH balance. Like you go out, you're a pool owner. You go out and you pH balance that pool to make sure it's right? Well, guess what? How much % water are you?
Good bit.
70-something %.
Mm-hmm. True. Let's see. I thought I was on another screen. I thought I froze up. You got quiet.
No, I was waiting. I was waiting. I heard, dude. Every time I hear your fingers clacking, I figure I'm getting fact checked. So I just
see. No, you're good. I like to, because I like to, I'm not fact checking you, but I like to,
right.
be
Don't
right
take
there on top of it.
Listen to me.
60%.
You have known me my whole life. If you have known me my whole life, you would know. You better fact check me. But if you've also known me my whole life, I wouldn't speak without.
No, absolutely, yeah. That's,
knowing something.
But the average human is about 60% water.
Wow. When I was a kid, it was like 70-something.
Yeah, well, we don't eat a bunch.
Hey, less testosterone every generation, less water every generation. Fuck it. We don't at this point. Why are we even human? Might as well just put ourselves into a machine.
True.
But
you know how we do here. Also, so we can pretty much like dive in on this.
I freaking hear you. I freaking know. I freaking know exactly what you're talking about.
But we can touch on this one little subject right here, before we wrap it up, because
Right,
I mean we're
right.
getting
This is a
close.
big deal. This
But
is a big deal.
I'm gonna try it. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. But we always bring, like, if a big recall is going down or anything like that. This one right here, like John just said, this is huge. This is a big deal that made national news, and we're gonna see if I can see if I'm gonna see if it'll work right here.
Boar's Head is recalling an additional 7 million pounds of ready-to-eat meat products amid an ongoing outbreak of listeria poisoning. The new items include deli meats as well as some packaged meat and poultry products sold in stores. They include liverwurst, ham, salami, bologna, other products made at the company's plant in Jarrett, Virginia. The products were made between May 10th and July 29th under the Boar's Head and Old Country brand names.
How many?
Do I know?
How many pounds?
A lot.
I do have it pulled up here on the website.
It's 200,000 pounds of deli meat.
Yeah, actually, Boar's Head expands the recall to more than 7 million pounds
Jesus, man.
of deli meat after deadly listeria outbreak.
Nope, there it goes. My bad.
Yep.
So expands from 200,000 pounds to over 7 million pounds of 71 different products.
That is a lot.
And people are dying from this listeria breakout. Showing right now about 3 of the 4.
So if you go to allrecipes.com and you go to their news and you go to their recalls, here's a list of everything with all the numbers and dates and all that. But it is a lot. And Boar's Head is a very popular deli meat. So again, folks, before we lived a certain way and we had no issues. Now we live a life of convenience, issues. So I'm not telling you to live a certain way. I would never do that. It's everybody's own choice and decision, but definitely pay attention. Right here, ground cinnamon recalled in 5 states due to lead contamination. So again, head to that website, and there's that there. This I found interesting. It's not really foodie related, but Samsung recalls over 1 million ranges. Oh, it is. Sorry, excuse me. Cooking ranges.
Oh, shit.
1 million electric ranges. The recall comes after hundreds of reports came in regarding front-mounted range knobs being activated when bumped by humans or pets. So these stoves are firing off of the simplest thing. So you got a Samsung, look, tons of numbers. Be aware, stay educated, pay attention, anything to do to protect what's going. What do you got there, Damon?
So I know what I would do is I'm not gonna read every which one of them, but this comes straight off of Boar's Head right here. Going back to Boar's Head.
Okay.
This comes straight off. So if you're interested and to wonder if you got any of these products,
and it's got the sell by dates. It should have numbers and all kinds of stuff so you can identify.
So like I'll scroll a little slow. Like I said, I'm not going to go through every one of them.
No, we're not here to read them off. We're here to acknowledge
give you that information.
Right.
And there's your head cheese, Eduardo.
Oh boy. Yeah, listeria.
Yeah. But again, you can always go back, you can pause it, you can replay it, you can rewind it. Just, that way you can see if anything that you might have in your home.
All right.
Because we got to be safe. We got to be safe for sure.
Right. And I know everybody. Whatever. I'm safe. Like I got a good immune system. But if you have to take your child to the hospital, or you feed your pet one of those pieces, and now Fido ain't running for the ball anymore. I know myself. I would blame myself for the rest of my life. But I'm not trying to get all heavy and all that stuff. It's been a fun episode, a lot of information.
Yeah,
Again,
look, we're not trying to do that.
We're here learning with you.
Yep, that's still just giving you information. Like I said, we ain't trying to bring nobody down. We ain't trying to bash on that company at all. It was all just information.
No, they put it out there. I just
exactly.
wanted to make sure
that's why I pulled up
the people in our tribe.
Yep, that's why I pulled up the actual Boar's Head site.
So, a lot of information tonight, folks. A lot of information tonight.
A whole bunch.
And again, this is going to be kind of a new series that we thought it was a good idea. We enjoyed it ourselves.
Yes.
Again, hit up the text number if there's something you'd rather see, or if you don't want to, because now we're moving on to the next couple pages, right? We covered that one. If you want us to pause on anything, like, hey, can we cover that a little bit more? Can we go into agriculture, whatever? Or when we get to 3 subjects from now, if you want to pause, just whatever. If you're like, hey, this shit sucks, let us know.
Facts.
So, again, big stuff coming next week. Chef Ben again. We're going to continue on with the Michelin star cooking stuff and where that comes from, what that means. And this is someone who knows. He has worked under. Trust me. If you didn't look, if you weren't here last week, whatever. That's on you. I don't know what to say anymore, folks. Don't forget, this Thursday, late night parlay with our boys Chip and Tony back. It's football season, folks. I know it's preseason, whatever.
It works. Hey, preseason game won it. Preseason won a parlay today.
Preseason. Hey, my Angels came through, baby. My Angels came through. Damon picked up that. Hey, Damon.
It's 3 for 3.
3 time.
Hey, we squeaked it out. It was shit was over this sweat.
It was a nail biter. It was a nail biter.
He squeaked it out though. The whole parlay squeaked out today.
Right. So really awesome stuff happening on that show. Yeah, we'll stay plugged in right here. I'm going to continue. Friday night, Dudes After Dark. I can't remember who we have.
This coming Friday?
Yeah.
We didn't get the email yet. We didn't get the company email yet.
Oh, I might have it on my
yeah, I kind of
Dad Ass Podcast.
Okay.
That's what's on the calendar, at least. Dad Ass Podcast. So that's going to be fun, folks.
Who's it going to be?
Going to be a good time. Definitely don't forget Saturdays. We're always you get your. I know it's pre-recorded. I'm sorry, everybody. Help remind everybody in the chat. I feel like everybody jumps on and is trying to talk to us, and I try to help out. Damon tries to help out Tony.
But I did hear from somebody that they do appreciate us when we do jump in the chat, because it's they're watching the show and then they can actually talk to us at the same time.
Right, and that's what it's a different way for us to stay.
Yeah,
with you guys, like to participate with you. And, as we're trying to move along the show, especially a show like this, where we're pulling up pages and we're reading over material, showing stuff. It's hard to keep up with the chat. You guys fire off. You guys have your own conversations. So
that's right.
Saturdays, it's just a new dynamic where we all get to hang out together. And of course, like I said, we'll be back next week with Chef Ben. And there is so much more to come, folks. It's ridiculous. Again, thank you, Garage Beer. The Dude Network's always powered by Garage Beer. 100%. Get some, drink it. MST sauce. I'm telling you, folks, if you've been sleeping on that this whole time, then I don't really know what to say.
There it is right there. Chip, you heard it. Use that parlay money to buy you a nice apron.
Hey, and shout out Grubs and Maca Knives for the knife rolls and stuff.
Coming through with that prize.
Right.
That was awesome.
James Grubbs, that's the guy to get maca in the USA. That all your favorite people are already using it.
Yeah.
Everybody's already using it, so
Yep,
that's
yep.
where to get it. It is it's not Prince of the Poor's, but
No.
it is because your grandchildren can probably use your apron.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
knife
Or
roll,
your knife roll, yeah.
right? So,
It ain't going nowhere.
folks, thanks for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed the
Absolutely.
show. We're always trying to bring new layers, and we will see you all next time. Be good and be good at it.